Happy New Year's, everyone. It's that time of year where people are kind of focused on New Year's resolutions. So, do resolutions or goals make you feel comfortable or cringy? We're going to talk about some of our New Year's resolutions. We will also maybe give you a little encouragement on how to keep them, hopefully. And we're going to give you a little update on our Advents. And of course, at the end of the episode, we're going to do our drawing. So grab your coffee and a project and let's chat.
And I said, you have just made my day. Happy New Year. I am Susie from Huntsville, Alabama, and we are your virtual yarn circle. We are so glad that you joined us today. And this is where we're going to chat about knitting and crocheting. We're going to share kitchen adventures, and we're going to celebrate all the little joys of life together.
Absolutely. And I'm Linda, and I live in the Charlotte area. And we just love meeting with you because, well, I don't know really if you're our therapy or we could be your therapy.
That's right.
But we love getting together with you guys and just sharing what's going on. So we're going to start out, of course, with our New Year's resolutions. And, you know, there's this weird saying that says, shoot for the moon and you may land among the stars. Well, I guess that can be something. And sometimes you can just end up floating out there in space and lost.
That's right.
Yeah. So, right. You know, so we asked at the beginning, do resolutions make you cringy or comfortable? Susie, did it make you cringy or comfortable?
A lot of times I feel cringy, but that's my fault because I am a fly by the pants person. I can get up and shoot the bull and talk about anything. That's why this is so good. I mean, was it Peter Rabbit said, put me in the briar patch? I mean, I'm in the briar patch.
You're in your element.
I'm in my briar patch.
Spontaneous.
And so spontaneous. I'm a very spontaneous person. You know, it's like, hey, let's drive 3 hours today and go visit a place. You know, I love doing stuff like that. And so goals, yeah, they don't make me feel too good, and I'm not good about writing them down. And
either.
So maybe that should be a New Year's resolution, that the goals, and I do have them written down right here on this piece of paper, so I can talk about them. So that's a good step.
Well, let's start.
But I'm just being honest here.
Oh, I know. I mean, I'm the same. I'm the same. Ditto. I think because I don't like to fail, I think I put too much pressure on myself.
I think that is probably why I don't like to do them, because I don't want to fail.
Well, but I've learned how to make more manageable goals. I mean, they're not goals if you're already doing them. So I have just been a little bit more gentle on myself, and I take smaller bites. I think that's the secret to success is, you know, yes, shoot higher, but, you know, don't make it so hard that you really can't do it. In fact, have multiple goals, you know? And so like when I was doing my weight loss, for instance, it was like, okay, if I can make it 5 pounds, people are like, I want to lose 50 pounds. I'm like, I want to lose 5. If I can lose 5, maybe I'll be encouraged to do difference. 5 more. So exactly right. I think that's, and is that a cheating way? I don't know, maybe, but it works for me.
No, I think any way that we make our goals, that we can make them work for us, and that in small bites. I mean, we talked about the fly lady on one of our episodes, and that's her big thing.
That's why we love it.
I love it. It's taking care of your house in 15-minute increments, basically. And I think there's nothing wrong with making small goals, because when you complete the small goal, then they eventually will get you to the big goal. You know,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's the key. Yeah. Hey, that's what we need to do. Make little teeny goals. I like that. Yeah. That makes me feel better.
There you go.
Because I'm feeling bad about. No, this is bad. This is really bad. I have paid a gym membership for 2 years, and have never gone. Linda, isn't that awful?
Well, that's okay.
That is
when I checked in my Weight Watchers app, my phone smoked.
Yeah, but your Weight Watcher app cost a whole lot less than my gym membership. Why am I doing that? Do I think if I keep paying the membership that I'm going to go? And my husband must think the same thing, because a year ago I said, I'm canceling this membership. We're not going. It's the Y. And it's I could walk to it. I could literally walk to the Y that my membership is at. And last year I said, honey, I'm canceling this membership because we've had it a year. We've never been. And he said, no, don't cancel it yet. It's been another year and we've never been. I'm ashamed to even say, oh, my New Year's resolution is I'm going to exercise. Well, what? And I've paid a membership. I've paid a membership for 2 years and have never gone. That's awful. I don't even deserve to have a New Year's resolution. That is a joke. That is a joke. I ain't even going to have a New Year's resolution about exercise. If I could just walk, I can do that for free. I can walk for free. Oh, Lord, help me. No. I said, this is trash can money. We're just throwing this money in the trash can. It's trash can money. That's awful.
Well, but I think it's really common. I think you
think that's common?
I do. But everybody kind of starts all enthusiastic. Then they get sore, they get busy, and they quit, but they don't cancel a membership. And sometimes they can't. It depends what kind of membership you have.
Oh, I could cancel.
And
we're even getting a senior discount. We're getting a senior discount. You think I would love that? And that I would be able to go.
Man.
I'm so senior, I can't get there.
There's your excuse.
I'm a senior, I can't get there.
I was upset to find out that I had a PBS Masterpiece membership on my Amazon. I was paying $5.99 a month. I'm like, why am I doing that?
That's trash can money.
I didn't know I would have maybe I would have watched something if I would have known I had it, but I don't even know how I got it. So there's another, but anyway, so that wasn't a goal, but so is that your goal to get into the why? No, we're going to do a health goal. We were going to do yarn goals first, but that's okay. We're going to do the health.
Okay, but I'm afraid to say that because I've done it for 2 years and maybe I can have some accountability here. Maybe the next episode I have to report how many times I've been to the gym. Maybe that will help me. Accountability has always helped me when I have to. That's why Weight Watchers worked for me. That's the most successful way.
You didn't want to show up
I didn't want to show up not lost any weight. And so it's like, I can't eat that because I got to go stand on the scales. And so maybe if I say, hey, I got to report how many times I went to the Y before our next episode, maybe that's the accountability I need. So I haven't canceled the membership. I need to show up. So maybe I need to say, well, next time I have to report how many times I've been. Oh, that hurts. That's scary.
I don't join a membership because I don't like to have to pack up and leave the house. I'm much more apt
I'm the same way.
Work out on TV and oh geez.
Maybe I need to cancel the membership.
Well, I don't know about that.
Membership. But I don't like to either.
Yeah. So my thing is I like to exercise, in my living room because I do it when I have time. And that's the biggest obstacle. And that's one of, goes into my resolutions. And that is tiny bites, 15 minutes of exercise. And it's not even about the way I look. If I cared about that, I would have done it a long time ago.
I know. I'm right there with you.
But after seeing what's happened with my father-in-law, it just impressed me. I've got to stay strong, and I've got to keep good balance. He fell, and so I'm going to do Pilates 15 minutes at least 4 times. I can find 15 minutes. I'm not going to try to do the
You've
45
said it.
minutes.
I'm going to hold you
I'm going to
accountable.
do it. Well, here's the thing though. I've got to be home. I've been spending every day, all day at the hospital. So I've got to find my 15 minutes. So I'm going to do that. I have to do that.
That's
but I'm not going to start. I'm not going to start till the 1st. So don't hold me to the 1st. So that's my physical goal. So let's talk about our knitting goals.
Wait a minute. Let me go back to mine. I want to walk daily.
Okay.
And I want to stay away from sugar. I don't eat
All right,
a lot
girls,
of sugar.
you heard it. That's easy.
I don't eat a lot of sugar anyway.
No.
But I want to stay away from it. You know, I'm more
between
salty
Thanksgiving and Christmas, it was kind of like, can we eat a vegetable now?
Yeah, so
this was horrible.
And if I do these things, if I go to the gym, or maybe I should say this, when I go to the gym, when I walk daily, when I stay away from sugar, the result of that is a healthier body, and I will lose weight. There you go.
The sugar is, I know it's a problem. And I, like you, are not, I'm not a big sugar eater either, but all the sweets of Christmas. Well, it started at Thanksgiving with the pies, and then it just tumbled. And then it's like, oh, it's fall, it's cozy time, let's bake. And now I'm like, oh, let's stop the insanity.
And before we know it, we're in an avalanche.
Yeah. So I just want you to know my cake plate is empty. It's got crumbs from last week, and it's not going to be filled anytime soon. But that's
mine has muffins. And mine keeps muffins, but they're good, healthy muffins. So
that's what I need to do. I need to do something like that. But so
anyway, yarn goal.
Yeah, knitting. Do you have a knitting goal? I have a knitting goal.
I do. I have a knitting goal. Okay.
Go ahead. You start.
So let me get this out of the way, and I've got to make some room here. So.
And by the way, if you guys have knitting goals, leave them in the comments for us. We'll respond to them.
So years ago, let me give you just a teeny backstory. Years ago, I taught a yarn class, knitting class. It was knitting, not crocheting, because that was the focus of what they were wanting there. So I taught at Hobby Lobby for a couple of years and taught girls how to knit. And one of the things that I started them off with was the Building Blocks blanket by, hold on a minute, let me tell you who that is. By Knit Pearl Hunter, the Building Blocks blanket. And so what this was is there were 12 blocks, and my students would learn to follow pattern, and they would learn to do this one block. And I encouraged them to buy good fiber. We have a yarn shop locally, and I would send them there to buy one hank of yarn that would do that one square. And then they didn't feel like that it was an extreme amount of money that they were spending, but we used, I think, the yarn that Knit Pearl Hunter recommends. And so it was a wonderful project for teaching reading pattern, making a small project. And then when they got all 12 squares done, then they got to put it together and make a blanket. And so it was a wonderful project for new knitters to start with. And so I decided, instead of doing it out of like a merino wool blend or a wool fiber, that I wanted to, because we're in the South and we don't typically need extremely warm things. Yeah. I decided I wanted to do the blanket in organic cotton. And so I did, and I love it. And so really? I have got all 12 squares done.
You do?
And I have all 12 squares done. And I did this years ago. I did it years ago.
And they're red, of course.
Well,
I love it.
This is one of my colors that I chose.
Okay, I love it. Beautiful.
So here's
I have
another
a pattern
one.
Similar, but it's not that one. I got it 30 years ago. Yep.
This is another color. And
nice.
Here's another one.
Nice. Yep.
These
Cables.
are
I love
all
making
the
cables.
these are all of the building blocks
Nice.
patterns.
Okay.
And then I did this color
Ooh, that's pretty.
and this color.
That's pretty, Susie.
And here's another pattern. And then the last is in grays.
Okay.
And
That's cute. Little baubles. Those are cute.
yeah. So you see how that the new knitter just learns all kinds of wonderful
Sure.
little patterns. So I have all 12.
Oh, wow. That's pretty altogether. I like
I
it.
have all 12 done. And I'm going to put it together. It says to put it together with a whip stitch. And so
Really?
I'm going to put it together with this. And so you'll be seeing this whipping all the squares together. So that's my plan right now, to do it that way. But yeah, this is a goal. I want to put this blanket together
Oh,
and use it in my
it's
home.
beautiful.
So that is a goal. And then the other goal I have, my next like project when I get through all of my Advent stuff, is I'm going to use this yarn here.
Mm-hmm.
And this yarn is from Paper Crane Yarns. And I was at a Fiber Fest back in November.
I remember.
Not too far from, in the Birmingham area.
Yeah.
And the gal that hand dyes this, she has a yarn shop in, let me tell you where, in Calera, Alabama. And she also has a website, and it's papercraneyarns.com, and you can order from there. And her name is Ashley, and I met Ashley at the Fiber Fest. In fact, I got a picture taken with her, so maybe we can show that.
we had it on the community page.
Oh, that's right. Yes, it was on the community page.
Again.
And so her name
put it
is
up.
Ashley Jeffcoat, Jeffcoat, Jeffcoat. And she also has an Instagram page, and it's Paper Crane Yarns. You can find her there on Instagram. And what I want to make with this is, and again, it's a worsted weight yarn. And I purposely looked for a worsted weight. And what I wanted to make, the Saturday Shrug by Jackie Rose. And a lot of people have made that. And so that is that is my first project that I'm wanting to start working on. Worsted weight. The shrug is cozy. It wraps around your body. It's
we'll put a picture of the shrug up.
Yes.
Right
here.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, yeah, that's the yarn goal. So putting together my building blocks blanket and making the Saturday Shrug. That's my first two. And, like I said, start small. And so there's a lot of things I could talk about here, but I'm going to keep it small.
I know.
And
it's
not
like
feel
there's never
overwhelmed.
enough time.
Yes. And so, so that's my goal.
Well, that'll be exciting because you're going to get this this blanket done, and it'll be very instant gratification.
Yes, because
the squares are done.
I just got to put it together.
I know. How fun. I like that.
Yeah, that's my goal. What's yours?
Well, my first goal is to knit more things that are not in fingering. I really virtually knit everything in fingering weight yarn, and it just takes too long. And
it does.
I am becoming more of a project knitter now than just a process knitter, and I want to get something done. And it just takes so long, like that.
But Linda, you can double it, and it becomes
DK,
and it goes faster. So you still can use that fingering weight, just double it.
That's true, because I do have a lot of fingering yarn, so that's probably what I'll end up doing. So the good news is my next project that I'm going to make with my 12 days of Christmas is DK weight. So right there, I will meet my goal right away.
That's awesome.
And I really think next year, I'm hard on myself. I'm being hard on myself about not finishing my Advent. I think I'm gonna do a sock set next year. Now I know that's kind of counterproductive because it's fingering, but it's small and it will get done.
And the cozy knitter, if you'll stay focused on the timeline, and we'll help y'all with that.
Yep.
we'll be staying focused on when these Advents become available, and it's usually somewhere between April and June
Yeah.
of this upcoming year. But yeah,
Right.
the Cozy Knitter, she has a sock Advent where that you
Right.
knit a stripe a day on each sock. You know, so
And I would love that because this year, I have to say I'm a little disappointed as to how my Advent year went, mostly because life we had things happen in our family and I just didn't have time to knit like I wanted to. I kept saying, the days before Christmas, I'm going to get to do it. Well, then that didn't work. And it's like, okay, after Christmas, and that didn't work. And I just really never had a day where I could sit around and watch all the Vlogmases and knit. I had pockets here and there, but I haven't had one day. And I'm just like,
but
I'll
that's
have
the
it
way
eventually.
life is.
I know. I'm not
It's
complaining,
and
but that's why I need
call
a
that
smaller
life
project.
happening. Life
Yeah.
happens. And it's okay.
So those are my knitting goals. So that'll be when I say easy, but that's doable because already,
It's doable.
I'm gonna jump into my 12 days of Christmas, which we're kind of segueing, but we won't get to it yet anyway. And that's DK. So right there, I will start meeting my goals immediately. And then one other life goal I have is decluttering. Wow. I have a second story, which used to be the kids' bedrooms. I have a craft studio up there. You wouldn't know it. Again, because of life and combining households and parents' homes. And our upstairs is a storage unit at this point. It's a storage unit. And it literally, like, I walk up there and I just turn around and walk away.
I understand.
But I already started my 15.
Understand.
I know. I started my 15 minutes already up there because I couldn't take it anymore. I took all the Christmas stuff out of this actual storage room.
Yes.
It's supposed to be a storage room. And I thought I'm going to start there because eventually I'll have to get my Christmas stuff back up. So I started there and I got rid of paperwork from 2004. Like, why am I keeping this? I haven't looked at it in 15 years or whatever, 10 years, 20. It's 20 years.
I understand.
And I had and I did spend more than 15 minutes because I was so excited and that's, I had the time. And I had the biggest bag of trash. I could barely get it down. And my husband's like, what is that? And I said, room. I'm making room.
Yes.
I got rid of 2 boxes of paperwork and stuff for Goodwill. And it was so exciting. I almost cried. I was emotional.
I understand.
I'm getting rid of all this junk. It's ridiculous. So my goal is to get, of course, my craft studio back to where I can be in there because that's also where I can do my our episodes. So that would be nice, but that's my other goal in life.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, I had the same goal there. I mean, you've got an upstairs. I have a garage. We moved where we are now 2 years ago, and we moved in the first the second week
right before Thanksgiving.
November.
Yeah.
Yes, and I had to get in and be ready for my children to and their kids and all that to arrive. I had a week. And my kitchen had to be set up and all of that. And so I got in as fast as I could. And it's like my life has been in a whirlwind for 24 months. And my garage still looks like we just moved into this house. I go out there and it just is overwhelming. So yeah, I've got to think about, in fact, I was talking to a friend of mine about this. It's like, if I can do 1 box a day, 5 days a week, that I go out there and get 1 box. Well, at the end of a month, I've gone through 20 boxes. I mean, fly lady. That's fly lady.
Oh yeah.
I got to go out there and get. So there you go. Our next episode, accountability. I'm gonna report how many boxes I've gone through. If I do 1 a day, I mean that's at least 20 boxes I've gone.
If you hit it 4 times a week, you'll go through at least like exercise.
Well, that's 16 boxes a month. And then if you say that times 3 in 3 months, 90 days, I really could probably have it busted out. But when you think about going out there and working in the garage and that's your thought, it's like, I don't have time to do that. But if I think I have to go out there and choose 1 box and go through it and decide, do I keep the stuff? Do I give it away? or do I throw it
Yeah.
away? Because those are your three categories. Keep
Oh,
it, find a
yeah.
place
Yeah.
for it,
Yeah.
or give it away or throw
Yeah.
it away. And
Yep.
so you break
Gotta
that
go.
down into three categories.
I'm over
And
it.
yeah, so yeah, that's a huge
Yeah.
goal. One box
And
a day. And I like that 4 days a week, not 5.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
just
because
4 days, just 4 boxes.
honestly, I really have only 3 days a week where I'm not either going or doing something on a that's scheduled for me. So if I can slip in one more in one of those days, but yeah, it's just man,
Okay,
we're
we have to
busy
keep each
people.
other accountable
I
about how
know.
many
So what are your
boxes.
goals, you guys? Do you have any? Share them
Oh,
with
do
us.
you
They
have
can
a
be little.
garage?
Do you have a
One
garage or an
box,
upstairs
four
room
days a
declutter?
week.
Oh, I'm excited. That goal excites me. I mean, the knitting was going to take care of itself. The exercise, when I told my friend that was one of my goals to work upstairs, she said, "We'll just go up and down the stairs, like, for 15 minutes." I'm like, well, that could work too,
Yeah, that could
because
work.
that's great exercise. But
Yeah.
no, I'm going to do Pilates. Pilates is really good for me in a lot of different ways. So that's what I'll be doing. And it's, gentle on the joints and all those things and gets you strong. So that's what I'm doing.
I
So
think we have some good goals here.
we have some good goals. Yeah. So let's talk about our yarn project. So how are you doing with your Advent?
Well, I am, the whole reason I chose a crochet and advent this year is
I know you were
every
smart.
year, yeah, every year, I mean, another yarn goal would be to finish the last 3 years advents. See, that's
Yeah.
awful that I'm having to say that, but I understand a fingering
Yeah.
weight yarn advent. It's a lot more knitting.
Mine last year
It
was
takes
DK,
longer.
so
And
I did get
yeah,
it
it's a
done
whole
quicker.
whole lot different. And actually, we can share this later. But I'm actually looking at a shawl that is you knit it doubling finger weight, so it's really a DK shawl, but you double fingering weight. We'll share that later because we got
Yeah.
so much to talk about
I
this
know.
episode.
Next episode.
But I'll remember to do that because that's one of the things that I'm wanting to do because I got 3 yarn advents this year. Oh yeah, just get 3, even though you had to finish those 3 last year.
I know.
It's awful.
know.
That's like the gym membership.
I know that. Talk about self-sabotage.
Oh yeah. So that's why I chose a crochet, and I'm really pleased with the way this has gone this
Look at
year.
your square
So
stack.
here,
It's beautiful.
y'all, this is 24 squares.
It looks like a beautiful
I did
cake.
it.
Layers.
Isn't
You got
it
them done? You're
beautiful?
done?
These are just 24. This is all 24 squares, and the colors are just beautiful. I have enjoyed this so much. And I made it easy on myself. I decided the pattern had 12 squares that you knitted each square. I mean, you crocheted each square 2 times. And if you've listened to any other of our episodes, I decided to choose 2 patterns and do each pattern 12 times.
Right.
And again, you're not having to read and, figure out and
learn all these new
learn all of
squares,
that.
yeah.
So I choose, and so I chose, and so this is one of the squares that I chose.
Oh,
and this is number 24.
And I like them because they're not the old school granny squares.
Yeah, they don't. And making it with wonderful fiber, it makes a big difference.
That's a little bit more sophisticated. I think that's
the
word. I
mean, and then like this is the other pattern I did, which is called A Walk Through the Woods.
That's my favorite. I love that. Look at that color. I love it.
Beautiful. And look, it pairs with this color. So Emma's Yarn is who I used. And they did a tonal with a variegated that matched. And so here is the tonal and the variegated. Isn't that beautiful? And every color has a variegated and a tonal. And so, I wanted to use up all of the yarn. So what I did is I made baby ones that matched the squares. So here's the baby to this one. So they have
Did you do the same patterns? The walk in the woods?
No, I did a very simple, just close crochet
I like
stitch.
That. That's cute too.
So I really like that.
Yeah.
And Teresa Harding, one of our viewers that made a
yeah.
comment, she made a suggestion to implement these 20 baby squares around the outside border of the blanket. And so I'm going to work on that. Thanks, Teresa. That was a great
Yeah. And if you don't,
suggestion.
and if you don't have enough to go, I think you will, but you could possibly just blend in another color or something.
I could, yeah. So I'm not completely finished because with this particular pattern, the square, it used up more yarn than the other one, the other pattern that I was doing. And so I don't have enough yarn. I don't have enough yarn to do a baby square with what's left over. So what I'm going to do,
Interesting.
I'm using,
Oh, I see a mitten. How cute.
hold on a minute. Okay. So I'm using Emma's yarn for my, this is what I'm going to be putting all the squares together with.
That denim blue is so cool.
Yes, I
love
absolutely
it.
love it.
I love
It is
it.
a beauty, and it looks beautiful with every color. It's just beautiful with every color.
I mean, it's like blue jeans go with everything.
Yes, exactly.
That is a perfect blue.
So I think what I'm going to do is do the inside of the baby square with this and round it with what's left. I'm going to find out how many little rounds I have to do with this and then round it. And so you're going to see or I may do every other row, you know, implement this in with those little baby squares. So yeah, so
you know, you could just crochet back and forth on the border, whatever stitches makes the height of your minis, and then snap in a mini and then crochet.
That, that's kind of the idea that I was thinking too. It's just, you know, implement those minis in on the outside of all the 24. Yeah. But I can do
sketch it out.
I can do it.
Sketch it out.
So I'm very
I love
pleased.
that blue.
I am very pleased with and I love this board. Oh, this board has been
Do you even really have to block them if you've been holding them like that? I wouldn't.
I don't know, because they look like they've been blocked, because they've been
That's
on this board and they've been stretched out and have laid that way. The stitches are very, I mean, they don't look bunched up or anything.
No, not at all. I mean, they're nice. Yeah, you can see the stitches and they're nice.
If I do anything, I think I'll do a steam block, you know, versus a wet block. So I'm going to make the blocking easy, because you know I don't like doing it.
Yeah, well, I know. I don't know. I guess I know one person who enjoys blocking. Just one. My friend Maureen.
There's people out there that do, but I don't. I don't like
probably the same people that like ironing. Oh,
exactly.
But, which I had a friend.
So yeah, that is my and I have some ideas of the other two advents that I got, which was Chelsea Yarns, and then I also did Homespun House. Right. And I have some ideas of what I want to do there, but my focus is going to be Emma's Yarns Advent, and I want to finish it. My goal is another yarn goal. I'm going to finish it.
There you go. That's a good goal. Well,
oh, I know you said your needle broke. I
don't know if you can see it.
Frustrating. I can see it.
Oh. So it snapped off of the part. At least my needle didn't break. I have other wires. There's only one in the border after you do, the main color. There's only 2 rows of knit. And then when you start your new color, you do this pretty lace pattern. And of course it broke during that. So I'm knitting along, and all of a sudden, luckily there weren't too many that fell out, and all of a sudden I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking, and my husband's like, what is it? I said, I have to rescue. I said, so I was able to, and that's you know, and it was fine. It just set me back all my knitting time, it seemed, and then redoing it. But so here's the rest of the color. So this is where we're gonna end. This is where I'm going next. Okay. So it's
beautiful, beautiful colors.
A lot of color. And then because this is going to be a really big wrap, really, really big, because each one of these, here, I got to pick it up. is I'm
Oh,
going
that's
only I'm only
pretty.
going 4 inches. Oh, hold on. It's big.
You've done a lot of knitting on that.
Well,
Yes, I love it.
because I did what you said. And if you didn't see 7B, you might want to watch 7B, you guys, because we actually were talking about it after our official end, but the recording was still going on. Now this is where I started. Okay. This is where I am. And then it's going to transition into this.
That
Okay,
is going to be
so
so pretty.
it's
Yeah,
very, very
very
colorful. It's like
pretty.
the coat of many colors going on here. So like sometimes I have this much left over because again, I'm stopping at 4 inches because frankly, 4 times 24 is a lot of inches.
It's going to be very
And
long.
different patterns took up different amounts of yarn, kind of like your crochet square.
Yes.
So I ended up just cutting it off, and I'm going to make some of those little mittens next year with these leftovers.
Oh,
I
that'll
think
be
that'll be fun.
fun. You can have a little
But
mini tree.
so basically this pattern, in case you didn't see the other episodes, there's 6 patterns. Where's the 6th one? Right here. And then you repeat. So here's 1, here's 6. And it just was taking so long. There's just too much. It was too much knitting for an Advent project. So Susie suggested that I just go ahead and start doing either the garter, like a garter stitch. So what I did was I did garter, stockinette, garter, stockinette. So it's still got a little movement going on, but you
I
see
love
this
that.
right here? That's where the wire broke. And I thought, oh, actually it was on the orange part. And I'm like, you've got to be.
Of all
Yeah,
places.
if it could have done it here, it would have been like, okay, I got this. But I fixed it. But anyway, so that's where I'm at. But it is coming along. So I'm almost
I
halfway.
love it.
Almost
And
halfway
I
done.
love that you have simplified your life. I mean,
Well,
anytime that we
thank you
can
for
take
the
the stress,
suggestion.
you're
Oh,
welcome. Anytime that we can take stress out and
yeah.
simplify life, that's what we're supposed to do.
I just,
we
yeah.
make life hard on ourselves sometimes.
Well, it wasn't even so much. I just wanted to enjoy my Advent knit, and I wasn't
Yes.
enjoying it anymore. And actually, at times, I just want to abandon ship, pull a Susie, and stop and pick it up later. Because sometimes, like during the year, I don't really have anything like on my mind to knit, and I'm like looking, and I have a 10-stitch blanket that I just go to, and I do it here and there, and then I finish it when I finish it. But I am going to finish it just because I don't like to, I don't want to quit, and I just want to continue on. But I am very anxious to go into my 12 days of Christmas. So tell us about the 12 days of Christmas, Susie.
Hey, right before we do that, I wanted to show you, I am actually knitting a baby blanket, and I'm supposed to have, and I'm supposed to have it. I'm supposed to have this finished in 6 days. But look at this. Isn't this pretty?
I have knitted with that floral pattern, and I did a baby's sweater, but your blanket is stunning. Mm-hmm. I have.
And actually, I got this yarn.
I don't have that one though.
I got this yarn at Walmart of all places, and it's called Bloom, and they have different color combinations, and it is a chunky yarn, and I think I'm knitting on a 10 and a half. Chunky. I know. Say this is this
not for me, but for my knitting.
So
that's so awesome! They've added in the other colors, and it's still creating a pattern.
It's creating a pattern, and again, I got it at Walmart, and we'll have to put I found the pattern on Ravelry, and this is the yarn they use. And we'll have to put the name of the pattern up. I'll give that to you. I can't even remember right now. I forgot to look. But this is a great, easy baby blanket with chunky yarn. And it's for a little girl. And of course, it's the fiber is I think it is an acrylic blend. I think it's just 100. It's 100% acrylic,
But
which
it just
it
proves you
feels
can make
okay.
pretty things with
You
affordable
can
yarn. I love it.
a very affordable project, and it is a blanket that the mother will have no problem taking care of. It was
Right,
machine
right. That's
washed,
the
tumble
whole
dry,
point. Yeah.
and for a mom
I
that
love it.
and she's a new mom. She the
Yeah.
friend I'm knitting this for. It's her first baby, and so she's learning everything about being a mom. She doesn't have to need to think about hand washing and air drying, So
Yeah.
it's machine wash, tumble dry. The goal is to have this done by the weekend. I may not, but that is the goal. So I wanted to
Ooh.
show that. And then my 12 days of Christmas. So we're talking about the 12 days of Christmas. Let me
So
find it.
so let's share about the 12 days of Christmas when it starts, because like you were saying, I think on the I was gonna say lesson 7. Yeah, episode 7. People
Yes.
aren't always familiar with what it is.
So, how many of you have ever wondered about on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, and you go all the way through day 12? And I have always thought, what is that?
Yeah, why do
On the
they stop
first
at
day, on the
12?
second day, on the third day? I mean, I'm
Right.
thinking,
Yeah.
Christmas on day 25. Why are we doing the
Right.
12 days of Christmas? And I learned years ago, and I really am ashamed that I didn't know this, but the time from the day after, so the 26th of December up to January 6th is called Christmas tide. It's on the Christian calendar. It is a time of celebration, and you're also focusing on Epiphany, which is focusing on the wise men following the star to baby Jesus. And the wise men weren't at the manger. They
Yeah.
were following the
Like
star. It
2
took them
years.
about 2 years to get to
Yeah.
baby Jesus.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered, it's one of those things that it's like, it frustrates me to see the wise men at the manger scene. It was the
I don't
shepherds
put
and the
them up in my
animals.
nativity.
It's so frustrating. It's like, why
Yeah.
are you putting the wise men? Now, I love the
That's the
carol.
rest of the story, I
Yeah.
suppose.
And I love the
Yeah, I
Christmas
know.
carol, We Three
Right.
Kings. I
I
love
know.
that. Um,
But
but
if
they
I do
weren't
put
at
them
the
up, I put them way far away, like they're
yeah, I
in
mean,
process.
they're in process. It was a 2 year
Yeah.
process for them to get to 2-year-old Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that 12 days is a celebration of focusing on that. It's called Epiphany. That 12 days is called Christmas tide. And so, a lot of people do these yarn boxes and call it the 12 days of Christmas because it's cheaper for one thing, and you're not having to think about a lot of yarn to knit in a short amount of time. So it's like give you a little bit and you focus on 12 days and you can enjoy it the 25 days.
Maybe that's
But
what I need to
really,
do for Advent next
I
year.
know. But years ago, I started buying a 12 days of Christmas. And so when I opened up the last Advent on day 25 of a 25-day Advent, then on the 26th, I start my 12 days of Christmas, which I absolutely love because it's like, oh, it doesn't end today. I got 12 more days. And so this is the yarn box that I decided to do for the 12 days of Christmas. And this comes from
Cute.
SpeckledFinchStudios.com. I do their monthly yarn club, and it's called the Yarn Box. They open up for memberships periodically through the year, but you can go to SpeckledFinchStudios.com and check about their monthly yarn club. They do a beautiful job. They're beautiful. They do a beautiful job on them. And so check them out. And this was their 12 days of Christmas. This is what I opened up on day 1. Oh, I just absolutely
That is
love
so
it.
cool.
Isn't this beautiful? A bag, of course, a bag. And
we're bag ladies in case you haven't seen episode 2. I think it was 2.
Yeah. And then a wool wash,
Aww.
and it smells wonderful. It is called vanilla almond. And so that was in, and then day 3 was some chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
And day 4 was these markers, which are
so beautiful. There was no yarn in the first 4 days. Oh,
no, I think it's on day 12. So I'm just opening it as it comes. And every project
Okay.
bag needs a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
How many times do we
Can't
hunt
have
for
too many.
scissors? You
I
can't
know.
have many. So I've opened up 5 days. It's hard to believe we're already 5 days past
Oh,
Christmas. But
I could open my 5th day.
and so yeah, so we're on day 5. So this is the yarn box, and it's just making the season continue. And I'm
I
thinking,
know.
they have here a scan for pattern options, and I'm wondering if there might be some options for knitting little gnomes. So
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, because there's a
this was,
gnome theme going on.
yep, there he
I
is.
see
So
it.
this was my 12 days of Christmas, and so of course I'm in process. So next episode we'll be able to tell you how it finished off.
Aw. Well, how fun. Well, I'm actually digging around in mine they have it stacked, but I'm so excited. So I did the fiber seed and
She is a
I
beautiful
know
hand dye. That her hand
I,
dyeing projects or skeins are beautiful.
they are. They're lovely. And I can't even find 5 because they're kind of they're kind of stacked on top of each other. But
Okay.
I will do it later. But these are the first 4 days. So it started on this side.
Oh, they are beautiful.
Yeah. And, so that's just about seashells and all the different pretty colors in abalone and different seashells. And so I'm loving these colors. And I still think I might, if I have enough, I didn't even look, but I think there's 50 grams. This is DK. I think there's 50 grams in each one. So if I have enough, I'm going to do the Korean poncho. So
Oh, that'll be
because I don't
pretty.
have one, I knit one and gave it away. So that would be very pretty, soft, pretty colors. And I might add some sparkle to it.
Oh, that'll be
Because
pretty.
my husband bought some sparkle from Chelsea Yarns last year and I haven't used it yet. So, but I'm not going to decide till they're all open and I can look at them and then I'll decide what I'm going to do. But I probably will do that poncho. So that's exciting. And I'm really excited about starting that. So I'm really struggling to finish this. So I can't promise I'm going to
I
finish it
understand.
right now. But speaking of bags, Susie sent me a
Oh,
bag. Now, who is this bag from? Who made this bag?
um, that bag. Hold on a minute. I got to look at my notes.
But I love it, and it cuffs down, and you draw the string. And I'm putting my my main color for my Advent in there, so it keeps the pretty cake, nice in there. So
Yeah, it's a little sock bag.
I know, but
And
it's
I
perfect
found
for
it,
this cake here. But
and
isn't
I
it
found it on
pretty?
Etsy.
I love
And
it.
her, who made the bag? Her studio on Etsy is called, or her shop on Etsy is called Studio Britta, and
Oh yeah.
she is from Edmonton, Canada. And
Hmm.
I didn't realize that there was a shipping issue going on over there, and so I was afraid that
Oh
it may
yeah.
not
They were on
arrive.
strike for a while.
But she's got
Mhm.
beautiful things in her shop, and again, it's called Studio Britta,
Mhm.
Britta,
Mhm.
and she was very kind. She was very quick in getting it made and getting it out, and so thank you so much.
Yes, and thank you,
Thank you
Susie.
so
It was
much.
so
Thank you so
cute.
much.
And of course we don't collaborate on each other's gifts, but I gave her a bag also because we're
She
bag ladies. You
did,
can't
and
have too
I
many
love
bags.
it. And here it
Red.
is,
Oh, the little sheep.
red.
I
Yes, with
know. It goes
yarn
with your
and sheep,
glasses.
and it zips, and
Yeah.
so yes, it has a little.
Oh, I know.
I love it.
And
I love
that
it.
was made by MLD Threadz out of South Carolina. So actually, when I went to look at who made your bag, I quick did a review because Etsy always wants reviews, and I told her we're going to be talking about her on this episode. so MLD Threads with a Z. So
Thank you. I love my
yeah.
bag.
Oh
I love
well.
it.
Yes. I'm glad you do. I knew you would because, well, it's a bag, right? All
Okay.
right. So now we're going to go ahead and do our drawing for our 100th subscriber. And before Susie does that, I just want to thank everybody for joining us. And thank you so much for all your comments. We
Oh,
are running
thank
out of
you.
time. Susie actually needs to go to work.
Okay, so this is in celebration of 100 subscribers. Thank you so much for sharing and liking and commenting.
Yeah, we're
And
so excited.
this is the gift that we're giving
Yep.
away for the
Love
first
it.
of the year. It's by Cozy Knitter. And
Yep.
I'm so excited that I get to mail this to someone that is going to win it. And so we took all the people that commented on our last episode and even 7B. So if you commented on either one of those
Oh,
episodes, your name
okay.
is in here.
It's
And
part of it.
so I'm going to draw.
All right, who
roll,
won?
drum
Drum
roll,
roll.
drum roll.
This is like on vacation.
Here's the lucky person right here.
Who is it?
Let me see. It's Maureen.
Yay, Maureen!
Maureen. You get the cozy sock set. Here's a little bright spot in your life, Maureen. I get to mail it to you.
Yay.
Congratulations. A wonderful sock set for cozy knitting in the month of January.
Oh.
And so, and we just love all of you. I wish we could send a sock set to every one of you.
All righty. Well, then that's about it for today. So we're going to go and we will see you next week. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Linda, this thing about New Year's resolution, I am so embarrassed. Did you know that I have paid a gym membership for 2 years? This is bad. This is really bad. I have paid a gym membership for 2 years and have never gone. Linda, isn't that awful?
All right. Here we go. Let's see if I can get through this just one time. Okay. We're going to try. I practiced like a million times.
Okay.
Happy New Year's, everyone. So everybody's... No.
Take two.
Happy New Year's, everyone. I heard you laugh. Happy New Year's, everyone. It's that time of year where people are kind of focused on resolutions. So do New Year's...
You can do it. You can do it.
I can. Third time's a charm. Or is this the fourth?
You can do it. You can do it.
Happy New Year's, everyone.